Hello my friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Debbie Reed. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Kingston, Idaho. Today I want to show you a card that I made with this adorable Otterly Amazing stamp set. And we're also going to be using the Soft Waves 3D embossing folder. And my sentiments are coming from Best Year, and I'm using Happy Birthday to You and wishing you your best year yet. I wanted to show you with this cute set. You get 3 adorable otters, fish, bubbles, rocks, and you get sprigs, kelp, whatever you want to call them. You get the large fish and a whole array of small fish and the log. And then this cuts in the paper where you can tuck things in, but I'm not using that today. So this is the card I'm going to show you how to create today. And it's a pop-out card. It stands up, and then the back of the card is where you would put your sentiment. And I don't know if you can see this, but the front of it, so when you see the front, it just spreads out like that and you see the whole inside. And so my recommendation is have this be, you know, a pretty sentiment. You don't want your writing there. That's why I'm going to show you how we're going to put the sentiment on the back. So the first thing you need is a card base. I chose Basic Gray. You're going to take your 8.5 by 11 card stock, which would be here. You're going to cut it at 4 1/4. You're going to turn it and score at 2 and 2 and 3 3/4. Turn it around and score again, and then you're going to end up with this. All the sizes, dimensions, everything will be in the link below, so you don't need to write anything down. When you have your card scored, sometimes it doesn't score quite lined up with the card because, you know, we're human and we err. So you're going to line this up on the sides. Then you're going to come in with this one and do the same thing and bring it from edge to edge. And you can see where mine's not completely lined up. So that's why that's important. Come to this side, do the same thing, line this up with the edge, and then score. And then do the other little inner flap, same thing, and score. Then to make sure it's scored really well where it's going to open, score the back side as well. So we're going to fold it back again, just give it an extra little crease. And this is going to make your little card open and close perfect. So these are going to go the opposite direction. So it's going to go forward, back, forward, back. So your folds are in the middle. So then you're going to have your little doors. Okay, so now I'm creasing that way because I messed up. Okay, so now you've got this. But your actual base, so we're going to do the back base first. So in your kit, you have your gray paper. I do not think you have this. This is an option that you can do yourself. And the reason is because I didn't know what you were going to do. So you would have, I don't think I put this in either. Your back piece might be on your own. I'll have to check. Or maybe I'll throw them in. Who knows? So you have this small paper. You have several little pieces in here. You have 2 that I embossed with Pool Party. 2 other smaller pieces. You have several other pieces. Then you have these little squares. You have this strip, and you have 2 of these. Then you will have your sprigs. You will have your log and this little paper. We're going to use those right away. And then you have your fish. So, and your rocks. Got to have those little rocks too. Then you have your die cut seals. 2 circles, and that's okay, and that's what's in the kit. All right, so we are going to first take some glue. We're going to get rid of some of our pieces so that it's not so overwhelming, and we're going to put a tiny bit of glue just right here on this log, and we're going to glue that to this little teeny strip and put that aside and let that dry. Then we're going to cut it. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Okay, now we're gonna take our little card base and we're gonna start gluing the pieces. So you're gonna take this piece, you're going to glue, if you're going to want colored paper on the back, glue your paper. I chose Pool Party 4 by 5 1/4, and then you're gonna take the piece that you're gonna write on, which is the 3 3/4 by 5, and then this is gonna be the back of the card. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this. I can write my sentiment later. Normally you would write your sentiment and then put this on in case you make a mistake and need to fix it. But we're gonna go ahead and do this now. Okay, then on this opposite side, you are gonna take these little strips of the embossed paper. So we're gonna actually use all of these right now. So you're gonna take those two, then you have these two, and you have two of this little guy. Did I lose it already? No, I didn't. It's hiding in the pile. Okay, and this. Okay, so we're gonna take these two strips. You want to line up your strips if it's gonna matter to you. You want your water to go the same. And also you get to choose if you want the raised side of the embossing or if you want it embossed or debossed on your card. So I am going to use the debossed. You're going to put these on each side of the card and they are going to have a tiny bit of a border edge. So we're going to glue those down. This card is really fun to put together too, by the way, so I hope you will enjoy it as much as I have putting it together. I think I want to go this way. No, I'll leave it. You're going to be putting a lot of little fish on the bottom once we get to the inside. This one's not going to matter because this is just, I'll show you in 1 second. This is the background base of the card. So line that so they look pretty uniform. So when the card gets put together, this piece is going to actually overlay, so your little doors are here. This is going to be the back side of the card that stands up, okay? But we're not going to glue that on together yet. Okay, then what I did is I put these, I kind of want to have the waves match because some people might notice. It's not really a big deal, but it's nice if it looks like it does have a plan, like it went together. That looks, okay, it goes like that. So this one's gonna go on this side panel, and this one's gonna go, oh, but these, I lied. These go on the inside panel. That's why I'm saying if we get rid of our big pieces, this will just be easy. I'm gonna turn these. I like this the other way. Okay, so these will go to the inside panel right here. And these are also going to be centered in between your folds. Bring this down just a tiny. On camera, you might not see the creases as well, but if you do this in person, you will be able to see it. And then this one's going to go right here. And we do want these to be even because you will see these when the card is standing up. So you want it to be as even as possible. Okay, then what you would do is you will design this middle piece. And to save time, I actually went ahead and did mine. So I will show you what I did. I took that paper, stamped my sentiment, put some of the greenery that's in your kit on the inside, and then I glued some of the little fish. The fish are absolutely adorable. I don't know if you can even see this, but there's like little glitter Oh, they're so cute. Anyway, you're going to do your inside, decorate it, and then you're going to glue it to the inside of your card. And so we're working from the inside out. Okay, I'm going to place that with a border edge. And these will all line up on the top and the bottom. And then this will be the fold, and this will stand up. So you will see this. Then you can decorate these sides, but we're going to not worry about that until we do the front. So you're going to take these two pieces, and they are directional. So you know, the fish will look the same either way, but you want your leaves going up. So these are going to go on each side. These are also cut to go together. I don't think it's going to matter, but I know they go that way. So these two pieces will go there. Before you glue these down, you want to take this strip. And I made it big enough so you can have a decision on, you know, do you want your rocks to look like this? Do you want them to be... I had a preference. So I am cutting this right here. I didn't want this blue rock in my scene. I'm going to turn this around and we're going to trim this in half. And then we're going to do the same thing again because you're going to need it on the other side and decide which of the rocks you would like to see. I don't want this one. So I'm going to line this up again, turn this over and trim this. Then when we do the side panels, now we can glue everything together. So you're going to have these two pieces on here, and then we're going to glue our water pieces. I do not think these have to match up. I don't think these are going to matter. But I like it this way. So I'm going to have this go here and this go here, and then you're going to have your little rocks going up on here. Okay, cute, right? So we're going to go ahead and glue from the bottom up, and we're going to leave the little edges. So this is going to go right here. It's going to line up with the bottom of this one, like that. And then we're going to do this side and line it up with the other bottom edge. So when the card's fully open, everything looks like it matches. So that will go right there. Okay. Then we're going to put this one down, and it can overlap because that other piece is going to go on there. So if it doesn't fit exactly, don't worry. It is going to overlap with the little rocks that will go on there. So line this up with this one and your edges. So it did, mine overlapped a little bit, not a big deal. I'm going to do this side. The paper to this set is really adorable too. It's hard to decide which side of the paper you want to use. Lining this up with this top edge and making an equal border. Okay, it's coming together. Now we're going to put our little rock edge on. I am going to put this down lower because we're going to have a circle on here, and so you're basically just covering this seam, and the rocks are going to come down as close to this edge as you can, and they're going to have to match on both sides. This one not as much because it's going to have a circle covering it, and the other side you will see fully. So there we have that. I'm going to put this on this side. And that will go right like that. Let me see how they are together. This is where you have a little bit of wiggle room to move what you need to move. So they need to be even. Okay, now you're going to die cut 2 circles. I did one in Pretty Peacock and one in Pool Party. You're going to overlay those. If you're going to stamp on this circle, this is when you would do it now. I opted to just do a cute little sentiment and fussy cut it out. I'm going to actually glue that on there now. On this card, I did I love you. This one I did I love you. And then opening it up, I have little one, so happy to celebrate you. And then the writing would be on the back. So this one's going to be birthday. So the nice thing about this cute little set is it could be sending hugs your way, miss you, thinking of you, love you, birthday. In the set you have your Otterly Amazing, love you lots, we're cute together. It could be an anniversary card, anything. So I wasn't going to get this one, but then I had a change of mind after I saw what some people are creating with this. And I'm telling you, everybody has made the most adorable cards with this set. So if you consider it, after seeing this, hopefully you will be inspired to buy it too. It's a fun one. Honestly, it is a fun one. So this was cut out of the paper. I opted to cut some of the white off of the top. I didn't want to see all that white. I am going to pop this otter up. So I'm going to put some dimensionals, large dimensionals, just in the center of this. Let me see. And you want to be careful not to have things coming off of this edge of the circle because you're going to see it on the other side, and I'll show you in a second. Okay, so 4 dimensionals will be good for this. Then I'm going to stick some tape, some seal on the back of this other side. Let me get my silicone mat because I don't want to get this on the paper. So we're going to take our silicone mat and put glue on here. And we're going to turn this and put glue here. Okay, now the reason I did that, I've already taken these off. Okay, I am going to hold on to the very bottom of this. I'm going to take this packet with some greenery. And we're going to pull the greenery out. Let me do something here real quick. Okay, we're going to pull the greenery out. You're going to kind of, when you're doing your card, you're going to kind of figure out what you're going to put where. So like I said, I already did this one. And I'm going to move that aside. I already designed the inside. I know that I'm going to want to have some greenery on this little otter. So gonna kind of, I'm hoping this doesn't stick down yet. So I'm gonna take this and kind of extend some of this greenery on here. I'm gonna just do this without the circle. So I wanna extend some of the greenery, and this is gonna just be on this half of the panel, okay? So you're not gonna really wanna get too crazy on this side, but you are gonna still want some greenery. So I can see I want something here kind of playing off of this piece. So this is kind of, you know, not being really in a hurry designing this part. Okay, now on some of these, you want to have, so this is going to come down about right here. Let's close both of these doors here. So the circle's going to come on here, and it's going to get glued halfway. And I am going to go ahead, we're going to put the circle down now. This is a good time. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to make sure you don't glue that side. So I can see, because I've got my sentiment on, I do not want glue to go past that R of the birthday. So I'm going to put glue on just this edge and glue this into place. And it's gonna go about right there. Okay, now we know where we're gonna work with this. So it's kind of, you want this kind of centered. So if it still had wiggle room there. And, okay, that's good. And I don't have glue showing on this back side, so that's good too. So I did good. All right, I'm gonna just turn this because that's crooked. Okay, now I'm going back to this so I can see where this greenery is gonna go. So I want a piece to come up in here, and I'm gonna cut off this bottom because I don't need it, so it just tears off. And I think I want another little sprig coming off of this edge. And I'm gonna use different colors. I'm gonna do this little old olive and put that right there. And that's going to work just fine. Okay, then I want to have a little bit coming off of this side, but we're not gluing it to the card. We're still gluing it to this little piece. So it doesn't have to be too crazy, but you don't want it to be coming over your sentiment. So that will go there. And then I'm going to put another tiny little pretty peacock piece on this edge. Okay, now I can go ahead and put this aside because we now need to go back to our little log. So we're going to trim the little paper that we put on our log. And that's just giving you the color on the inside of this. I don't know why Stampin' Up! Cut this where that comes open. You could have just had a cute little oval die or something and plop that in there. But who am I? I didn't design it, so not complaining. So what I did with this is I stuck this, okay, what I did with this is I cut this little tail because I wanted this to overhang over this log. So I put this little tail, so I've got this going this way, and I've got that hanging over the log like that. And then I'm going to put glue on this log. We're going to glue these two down together. Okay, back to the card. And this is a little fussy, but doing it on video is always worse than if you do it at home. Okay. This is not working. And you know what? You only wanted to glue that one side. I forgot because of... Alright, let me... You don't want to glue the whole log. You want to glue half. Okay, come on, little guy. All right. Let me move that up. All right, that's gonna have to do. This one needed to be turned. This is the fussiest part of the whole card, so please don't let what I'm doing discourage you, because it really, when you are able to not do this with a video and you can actually hold it, and it goes better. Okay, there we go. So now, ta-da, it opens like that. Now we're gonna put some rocks. And we do not want glue on this edge. Mine's a little tacky, but I can use my glue eraser where I put glue where I didn't need it. Okay, perfect. So now the back side still looks good when it's open. And we're going to put some rocks. So I'm going to put a rock under here. So remember, we're not gluing it down. We're just gluing this half of the rock, because it's going to kind of free fold over on the other side. So it's going to kind of just hang right here on this log. Let me see how this is going to go. Like that. So it still doesn't have glue on the back side. You don't want it sticking to this side of the panel. So this is where you have to be super careful. Okay, then I'm going to take another little rock and I'm going to stick this one over on this side. I'm going to put this down in this little section so that one can get glued all the way. I'm going to put this little rock right there just to fill that little gap. These guys are resting on a little rock edge. See? Cute. And then I'm going to put this little rock right there. They're on a little rocky area around the water. Okay, now this is the hardest part of the whole card, is just this part. And if you've made it this far, the rest is super fun and easy. And I lost a little goldfish. So, all right, now, this is so fun. This little guy came off of here. So let me use my little gooey eraser. So when you put these little fish down, these are so fun, but really, truly, you are going to want take your pick tool, pick up your little fish, put a little glue dot. I lost another little fish already. I didn't put enough glue on there, so hold on. I need to. They're so tiny, so tiny, but these are so worth the time to put these down. So cute. So when you take your little fish out of your packet, you are going to want to dump them. Oh, I just dumped them all over myself. Hold on. Yes, I am having a moment. Sorry. But it happens. Okay, you want to dump these on a dark paper. Oh, look at all these little fish. And I have glue on my fingers, so that's not helping my video any. Okay, you want these little fish on a dark paper because then you can see them better. And these are so tiny, but oh so cute. So let me see if I can get these on this little brown paper. Okay. All right, if you don't have glue on your hands like I do, this would be easier. Okay, I have some more in here. These are those itty bitty little fish, but they're so cute. They look like scraps of paper, so don't throw them out. You're gonna want them. Okay, they're so tiny. So cute and so tiny. Okay, I need one more little dot here. I want a baby fish here. And I have, okay, and then we're taking our take your pick tool. I want this itty bitty little fish. And it has to go this way. And you can take your pick tool or just a little needle or something, whatever you have. But this is how you help hold these in place. So I take this end and press these down so they stay put. Okay, then you get to now decorate with the rest of your fish and the greenery. So the inside of your card, you're still going to see that. So I put a fish and a sprig on the inside. So I have 2 fish on one side with the greenery and then one on the other. We're going to do that to the inside of our card here now. So just randomly, whatever colors you want. So I'm going to put this one. No, I want this one. I want this one over here. And when you're doing your gluing of your little greenery, you just want a little bit, you don't want to glue the whole thing down because you want it to have some life to it still. So when it flips up and flops a little bit, it looks more realistic. So then on this one, I'm going to stick a large fish. So we're going to take your pick tool, and these can even go the opposite direction of the other ones. So I can have this guy go this way, and have another little medium one, maybe going the opposite way. Okay, and I'm going to put so I'm going to take my pick tool, get these fish out of my way so I don't make a mess. Okay, we're going to take a little dab of glue and plop this guy down. And I just put him the wrong way, but these guys are all traveling this way. What the heck? We'll turn this guy around just to be different. And he's going to go this way. And I will have another little fish coming in, going that same direction over here. And I put more glue than I needed. And this one will go there. These are so cute. Okay, then I'm going to do an itty bitty fish because these are so cute. And we're going to put a couple of those going this way. Put one over here. And like I said, they're so tiny, but they're so worth the trouble. And this isn't hard, it's just, you know, a little tedious, but still cute. Okay, grab another little fish and stick him over here. My glue is already dried. Oops, so sorry. This is a project where you definitely need to be with your head in the card. With the camera, it doesn't work as easy, but okay. I'm gonna put this one down. And then you get the idea of this whole fish thing. You're gonna decorate the other side. These are so cute. You're gonna put fish here, you're gonna put fish here, greenery there. Should I just keep going? I think I should because it's just so fun. We're gonna just keep going. If you get tired of it, well, I'm sorry. These are just so cute and so fun to play with. Let's have a fish go this way. So on this one, you want to have the whole card where you see how it's laying. So doing these, you want this big fish over here. I'm going to have it cruising this way. And when this is all put together, it is so super cute. Okay, and then I'm going to put a few more little fish. However I pick them up is where they're going to go. So that one's going to go right there. This little guy is going to go right there. And, oops, you just have to make sure you don't have glue on your fingers when you're doing this. If I was doing this not on the camera, I would have taken the time to go wash my hands before I did this because they are sticking to my fingers from putting that part together. But it's still cute. Okay, I like to do things in odd numbers. So we've got 3 fish there, 3 fish there, and a fish there, and I'm going to put some greenery right here on this edge. And I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do it like that, but I always like one to come lower. So I will glue this one completely. like I said, just on the bottom. You don't want, you want these to be able to still flip and flap. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure nothing's going to catch on what you've glued down too. That's the other thing. So this one, I'm going to just pull a little bit of this greenery off. I want this one to come lower. And put that one right next to this one. So it looks like that fish is down there getting some food between these plants. And that is it. Okay, now we're going to glue this. I'll be playing with those other little fish later, but you got the idea of this. Now we're gonna glue this to the base. So you're gonna take this, and this is gonna be open so you can see what you're doing. And you're gonna line this to where it's in the center of the card. So I am going to go ahead and put glue all the way on here. You could use tear and tape. I don't think it's really necessary. This isn't really a mechanism part. So you're gonna kind of lean this onto the card up here and kind of have a general idea where it's gonna go. Go to the top and then just lay this down. Give it a crease. This is now the inside flap. And you can tell right here, mine needs to get moved just a tiny bit. So give me a second and then we will put this back in place like that. Flip it over. Give it a nice crease, or a nice press rather. And there is the card. Super cute. Hope you like it. Consider the stamp set and the paper and the die because it is such a cute set. And go make something uniquely yours. Thanks for watching. And these are the 2 cards I created. And no 2 are alike. So have fun with it. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye for now.